What's going on? Today's quick episode, I'm going to be going over some arm training. For those of you who don't already know, arms are a huge weak point of mine that I really want to bring up this year. And I have been seeing some progress, but it's not enough to see a really big difference. So I took the advice of some of my subscribers. I started with doing some incline curls to get a great stretch in the biceps. And for those of you who don't already know, you didn't watch my last episode, go check it out. But my arms barely get felt. Or should I say, I barely feel my arms working when I'm doing isolation work. So obviously I'm barely gonna feel them working on compound lifts. So I'm really trying to improve my mind muscle connection, start feeling my arms more. And I have been positioning my body in a certain way when doing my lifts, flexing my triceps at the bottom of my curls, adding some little tweaks, and I have been feeling a better mind muscle connection. So I'm really working on before I go on into close grip pressing and that kind of stuff, because I really want to get a massive pump in my upper arms before I do more compound lifts. So incline curls, high reps. Now I'm doing some tricep long head work. So as you can see, I'm still sitting on the bench. We're going back to back. I always superset biceps and triceps because it's good for work capacity. It maximizes the pump, and these are two muscles that don't really interfere with each other. So if you curl, you can go right into the extensions and still lift pretty heavy. So did a drop set, starting off with the tricep long head because I really want to target it more, want to hypertrophy it more. That's really the meaty part of the arm. So did a couple sets of that, did 3 sets. Now moving on to the skull crusher. And I've done my skull crushers different ways in the past. I used to roll back, do all kinds of stuff, but now I'm starting to notice from my body that when I do the basic skull crusher where I just bring it to the forehead and just keep constant tension on the tricep, I feel a lot of tricep in there. Because if I roll back, what tends to happen is that my lats tend to take over. My lats are way more dominant than my triceps. I have an amazing mind muscle connection on my lats, so I don't want to do pullovers. I really want to target the tris. So we're gonna superset skull crushers with some seated hammer curls. And I did 3 sets of this to absolute failure. So skull crushers to failure, and now I'm doing these hammer curls to failure to really target the brachialis. These felt really good. Can't go wrong with some hammer curls if you really want to get some bigger arms. And yeah, I like to do them seated because you can't really use as much weight. You're getting more out of less weight and it's more strict. So once you're done seated with 2 arms, you start alternating, Try to squeeze all the juice out of the brachialis. So this is like a mechanical drop set, if you will. So 2 hands and you do alternating. And then once you can't do any more alternating, you're gonna stand up. And now you can use a little bit more body English. Now you go back to 2 arms. And then once you can't do that anymore, you do alternating again. So by the time I was done these sets of all my isolation work, my arms are pretty pumped, Got a nice pump. And now I'm going on to the close grip pressing. I did 3.5 fingers into the smooth, 2.5. I had a lot more in the tank. I probably could have done 2 plates from 30, maybe even 2 plates in the 35 for a nice grinder, but I'm leaving a little bit in the tank, whatever. Superset it with the strict curl. So I like to do my strict curls. I like to do my stuff strict. I might go to cheat curls in the future, but for now I'm liking the strict stuff. I'm just doing experiments. Whenever you do an experiment, guys, you want to make sure you're doing it for at least a couple weeks. Don't just try something out for 2 weeks and then ditch it. So I'm trying this close grip stuff for a while. Now I'm doing a couple back off sets, the 2 back off sets with 225. It's just like a little set of 5. But if you notice, I have 3 fingers or 3.5 fingers in the smooth, which is good. I'm doing it like the old school bodybuilders like Kevin Levrone, where you do really close grip pressing. That's what my body is responding well to. My triceps were super sore the next day. My triceps were actually never sore. My biceps weren't sore, but my triceps were. So that's a good sign right there. So you superset it right there with some strict curls, put the head against the wall, and bring it right to the chin. And you just can't go wrong with that. This lift, once again, got it from CT Fletcher. I believe he had the world record of like 225 or something. And that's what I'm experimenting with right now. So I'm basically doing all my extensions and curls first, and then I'm doing the close grip work along with the strict curl. So I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'm going to try different variations. I'm going to do little tweaks every arm session, but from now on, this is what it is. After maybe like a month or 2, I'll report back with the progress, tell you guys what I really got out of it. But hope you guys enjoyed the session. Hope you guys learned something. Try this arm workout out if you want, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.